So let's look at the basic rules of differentiation. So if I have got a constant function, and I can refer to that as y equals c, c referring to constant, then the derivative of that, the dy dx, therefore would be 0. Now, the simple reason why is basically, remember, I'm just going to do the sketching here so you can see it yourself, but remember, the constant function does not change. And what do we do by differentiation? With differentiation, we're trying to find out the change in the function. Well, the constant function doesn't change, so the constant function's change or derivative always going to be 0. Now that constant can be any number. It can be 3, can be 7, or it can be down here. It can be minus 17 or minus 25. Doesn't matter, as long as this is just one number, the derivative always going to be 0. Now another one which is very important for us is the linear function. So if the linear function is equals ax plus b, or sometimes mx plus b, when we are talking about it as a graph, we usually refer to it as mx plus b, but the important thing is here we just got a constant in front of the x, and another constant added. It could be 0 sometimes, so if I have got y equals 3x, that's also a linear function. It's just going through the 0, the origin, rather than being pushed up or down. Now that's derivative. The dy dx is going to be a. Again, why? Well, the differentiation measures the change. And what is the rate of change of a linear function? Is the number in front of the x, the coefficient of x. So that's why the derivative is a. But again, if you think about it graphically, here is your linear function, and depending on what steps you're going, this change here, it's always going to change by a. And I'd like to mention a special case here. If y is just equal to x, then the derivative of that function is going to be 1. Again, try to think about it in graph format. So y equals x is basically all the coordinates are the same. So it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So it's a straight line going through the origin at a 45 degrees angle. So if I'm talking about the change in the function, it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So the change always going to be 1. Now, we introduced a couple of simple rules. Let's practice them.